This broadcast of the ASEAN Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.
Open is Regulish. Back-to-back triples for Mono Vampire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lie. Oh, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net. Leaky with a big steal. Leaky for 3. That goes in. What a play!
Yeah, Leon Quick, number 10 for the Slingers, shot very well against the Braves this past weekend. We have Marcus Elliott, Anthony McLean, Delvin Go, and Xavier Alexander for the Slingers, and then we got the same starters for the last few games with the Dreamers as well, and Tucker, Chang, Tolbert, you know, out there. And
From your point of view, who do you think matchups best?
yeah, I think Young will take Alexander just to match that strength ability that Alexander has. With Elliott right now, I think Tucker, you know, can almost give him a little extra space and play the drive, because Elliott has struggled so far this season in the first 3 games to really find that range and that rhythm. You know, he's knocked them down still, just not with the same efficiency that we've seen him do in his MVP seasons in the past. So, you know, I expect if Tucker stays on him, you know, just give him a little extra space. You don't have to crowd him. You know, Elliott loves to get to the basket, uses that strong body to get into the lane and make great things happen. So that would be my guess. But Jet Chang is also a great one-on-one defender, so he might take some time guarding one of those 2 explosive players as well.
And right from the get-go, we have Elliott versus Tucker. Slingers with the basketball to start the game. Devin Go passes to Quet. Quet corner triple off the iron. And
We'll
a whistle
have
is
a
called.
Official timeout. The game clock buzzed and did not get reset, so a little technical issue to start the game today, but I'm sure that will be the only one. It's always a pleasure and a treat to do games here in the Dreamers home court. They do a great job getting their fans involved, taking care of both teams, taking care of the staff, the referees, and it's always fun to have games here in Changhua County.
Of course, Happy New Year, everybody. We welcome you to the brand new year. A lot more ABL action. A lot of these teams actually only have a couple of games under their belt. Only the Taipei Fubon Braves have 9 games already. Slingers, of course, this is their 4th game, I believe.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you play professional sports, you're on the road. These guys are traveling country to country. You know, sometimes you might play in the afternoon, sometimes the evening. Every country, every venue might feel a little bit different, but they're professionals. They come out here and always put on a show, no matter what time it is or where they are. It's fun to watch the ABL.
Young, the former Slinger, going up against his former team. Floater, that's good.
Yeah, it's a great start by Amigo Yang, and he showed several times how he can help lift the Dreamers' offense in crucial times and help kickstart it as well, as he did in that last possession.
Quick, another triple short. Rebound Chang.
And Tolbert didn't, you know, maintain that possession on that rebound, but did a good job just trying to body up McLean to keep him from getting that easy two points on the offensive putback.
Tolbert, as he misses there, giving up a lot of pounds over Anthony McLean.
Yeah, but he's used to that. I mean, he's played against the Braves so far. He's played against Sam from the Philippines, so many big guys.
Jet Chang all the way for the layup. He found an opening and he slices through.
That's what Jet Chang can do. You don't want to take your eye off him or not have a man in between the basket, because he'll put his head down and he's full steam ahead.
A minute and a half into this ball game, 4-0 for the home team. Alexander busts his way inside. Ball stolen, picked up by Tucker.
Great defense by Amigo Yang.
Tolbert inside. Misses.
Yeah, Tolbert would like to have those 2 chances back. Anytime you get a shot inside the paint, it's always a good look. And he's had a couple of them rim off, but he needs to stay aggressive. The Dreamers need as many scores as they can get. They need Tolbert to maintain confidence and keep looking for a shot.
Delvin Go, 4 on the shot clock. 3, 2, Delvin Go, shot up, air ball. Dreamers are pushing, they go to Chang. Alexander read that beautifully. And the Slingers on the counter. Delvin Go spins his way inside, almost losing the leather.
And Marcus Elliott had the space there to pull the trigger, but deciding to put the ball on the floor.
McLean all alone for the one-handed stuff.
And those ones are just too easy, as you know, Tolbert just couldn't stay in between him. Couldn't stay in between the basket and McLean on that one, and you know McLean's great at getting those garbage points off those offensive rebounds and makes it look easy.
Quick, pounding Tucker. Tolbert, left-handed layup. No, another miss from Tolbert. Elliott versus Chang. Elliott, left-handed layup, and draws the foul.
Yeah, so far fast pace for both teams. That's what the Dreamers love. They push the ball a lot. Slingers maybe a little bit more size, more power. You know, have a lot of success in the half-court game. But we'll see with these two contrasting styles which one will pay off here today in the long run.
Marcus Elliott is coming off a 17-point game. Unfortunately, he committed 7 turnovers. Now, for a new player, a veteran, but going into a new team, how hard is that transition?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. The chemistry, you know, with new teammates, it takes time. You know, off the court, on the court, you want to make sure teams are gelling and you know, just creating a positive environment to be the best that each team can be. And you know, these guys have all done that in the past, though, from high school to college to the pros, and so they're used to a lot of transition.
And Jet Chan, they go to the corner. Yang, triple. Short, Tolbert rebound. Dreamers reset.
And that's those little things that Tolbert does might not always show up at the end of the day.
Alley-oop, Young to Tolbert. Right on cue, Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, he can just make those simple plays. He might not create one-on-one a lot of offense, but he's been pretty reliable in the first few games for the Dreamers. Just, you know, being a scrappy player, trying to match up with the bigger post players on the opposing team. And, you know, just the consistency is what the Dreamers have needed.
Delvin goes, Florida, that's good.
Yeah, Delvin goes, one of those guys that can always keep his foot on the gas pedal as well and score in a variety of ways.
6-5 for the Dreamers. Pick and roll action. Go to Yang, another corner. That time's good.
Yeah, just great composure by Tucker. He saw that the weak side helped when Tolbert rolled to the basket off the pick and roll. We left Amigo Yang wide open in the corner. He knew what to do with it.
Elliott, jumper, short, rebound, Yang. He's pushing versus Elliott. Sidestep is way, wild shot, rebound Alexander. X-Man slices his way inside and draws the foul on Tucker. Midway through the first, the score is 9-5 in favor of Formosa.
Coach Kyle Julius is going to let Amigo Yang think about that last one for a few minutes. He has already played 5 minutes, though, so, you know, in this up and down type of game, it's great to have guys that can come off the bench and give you some relief, because these guys are moving up the court quick.
Inside for 2 is Anthony McLean. The size difference working that time in favor of Singapore. Young mashed up against Elliott. Uses the pick from Tolbert. Young to the corner. Way short. Rebound quick. Alexander. Put back miss by Kwek. Jet Chang to Tolbert. Inside. That's good.
Yeah, Tolbert finally gets one to go down, and great attack by Jet Chang to draw the defense and dump it off. Tolbert able to find the bottom of the net that time, and this is the Dreamers. They're up 11-7. They want to push the basketball, make or miss. They're going to run in transition, and they want to counter McLean's size and Elliott's strength with this fast-paced offense.
Another miss from Kwek. To Tolbert, they go inside. Tolbert, though, decides to put it back out. Tucker, behind the back dribble. Eye to eye with Alexander. Tucker, nowhere to go. Shot clock reads 6. Young versus Elliott. Young slips. Tucker from way downtown. Too strong, but rebound goes to Jet Chang. Tucker draws the foul against Lee Yong-kwek.
Yeah, Tucker likes it when he gets those smaller defenders on him. He's able to use his shiftiness and strength to get to the basket and create. But now it's been the Dreamers so far controlling the board.
Well, the San Miguel Alab Pilipinas play host to the Macau Wolf Warriors in the Philippines.
Yeah, lots of great games. Some teams seem to have it figured out. Some teams still getting their feet wet, figuring out lineups and new acquisitions, how everyone's gonna play this season. But that's the exciting part, is that it doesn't matter who's playing against who. There's a lot of great players, and anyone's able to beat anybody on any given day. So you got to show up and play solid basketball. Right now, the Dreamers dropping into a zone, try to counter McLean's size by being able to help off the ball and able to force another turnover. So they're mixing things up defensively and getting some stops.
That is the first adjustment of the ball game. The Dreamers, as you said, Kurt, dropped to that zone and right on cue, forced a turnover against the Slingers. Tolbert, top of the key.
Seems like Tolbert wants to set a lot of these pick and rolls, try to get McLean out from underneath the rim.
Young bullseye. He used that pick from Tolbert to get wide open. Alexander inside. Rebound McLean and one.
Oh, lots of bodies, lots of contact down there. McLean able to clean up. Another miss by Alexander, who also wanted some contact on his drive to the basket. As we see here, Young trying to step over and draw the charge. No call, bodies on the floor, and McLean able to clean it up again and draw a foul at the same time.
Now you can be sure Jaren Young knows a couple of moves from Xavier Alexander, having teammates a season ago. So Young was expecting that Alexander's signature move. You see right there talking to each other. A lot of smiles between the two former teammates.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun when you can see guys like Alexander and Young be so physical out there on the court. You know, they're both hit, they're both on the ground. Yeah, they both come up smiling. It's a unique type of competitor that's able to do that, enjoy the game, yet play at a high level and competitive level at the same time.
Here's Tucker against them. Tucker sees an opening. No go. Another offensive rebound. Jet Chang. Another miss though. And with the board. McLean asking for it. McLean up. No. Jet Chang. to Young, jumper. Another miss for the Dreamers.
Back and forth battle.
Elliott spins inside, that's good.
And the Dreamers able to push the ball, but you know, Young not quite set up on that jump shot, didn't quite have the balance I don't think he wanted yet. They'll still take that shot, they just want it to go in.
2:10 remaining, 14-12 Dreamers. We'll be back.
McLean using those pick and rolls. Don't just settle for those outside shots after coming around it. Don't be afraid to attack the basket as well. Try to make him slide his feet, play defense. So we'll see what they can do here.
Here's Tolbert against McLean. Tolbert squeezed by two defenders, but Young picks up the basketball and puts it in.
Yeah, and Delvin would like to have that back. It's always dangerous to save the ball right underneath your own basket. That time, Delvin just with a nice assist there for the other team, though. Just
Elliott, jumper, no, rebound, Lim. And Alexander will reset, 10 on the shot clock. Alexander sizing up his defense, they go to go. Delvin, follow-away jumper. And miss after miss for both teams so far. And Tucker draws a foul on Lim.
Yeah, Tucker just doing a good job. Lim guarding him, picking him up almost 40 feet from the basket. If you're gonna be pressuring a guy like Tucker from that far away, then he's a smart enough player and crafty enough with the ball handling to make you pay.
A significant size difference between Tucker and Lim. Jed Chan will take a breather. Young has 10 to work with, trying to post up Tucker. Tolbert inside, muscles his way. Putback, another putback. No, 3 chances there.
Wow, Tolbert, just his second jump, his third jump are so quick, yet he just couldn't have the right touch to put that one in. And on the other side, Alexander able to use the spin move to draw another foul on Young. And that will be his second, I believe.
So that is a very crucial...
Oh, sorry, just his first. My apologies.
Just his first.
Young, though, is one of those guys that has to slide over and help guard McLean in that zone defense, though. So he's had a couple games with some foul trouble so far this season, and they need him to just make smart decisions down there under the basket, not give up too many ticky-tack fouls.
Alexander coming off an MVP year, but still has not won a title. This is his 5th season in the ABL.
Yeah, and I mean, 3 out of the last 4 years, this Slingers team has lost in the finals, and so they would love to get back to the finals, yet end it with a different story. As we see Tolbert finally able to get that touch back underneath the basket on that last possession.
And they're hoping that Marcus Elliott and Anthony McLean will be the difference as Alexander plays a long jumper. trickles it in.
Yeah, just created just enough space. Didn't have to elevate too much on that shot, but gets it up and in with a nice touch with Alexander.
Tucker, 5 on the clock. 4. Tucker slicing his way inside against 4 defenders. Loses the basketball. And that will do it for the first. The Dreamers are up by 1, 18-17. A lot of action here in the first quarter. We'll be back for more for the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Dreamers playing some zone. It worked. Low-scoring game so far. And these guys are getting a lot of shots that they can make at a higher percentage. It just hasn't dropped yet so far for them. So I think once they get settled in here in the second quarter, I expect, and I've seen most of these teams, have a much bigger offensive output in a 10-minute span.
Alexander draws a foul, no basket. Anthony McLean was the big story in the first 7 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, Alexander's continued to be aggressive. From the Dreamers, there wasn't anyone in particular, but Tolbert was the one with the most opportunities as the Slinger coaches are frustrated. Just another simple mental mistake there by the Slingers. Alexander not having his feet settled back in bounds before receiving that pass.
He was not expecting that pass from Kwek, so the Dreamers have the basketball. It's Young against Alexander. Yang. Oh, nice defense by Kwek. We go to Lim. Elliott, Hezi, pull up, bottom.
Yeah, Woo Sung Wei in front of him. Woo Sung Wei, a great shooter himself. Doesn't have that length or quickness to really stay out and pressure Elliott. Elliott recognizes that, great scorer he is. Decides to pull the trigger from deep.
Now it's Elliott against Tucker. Tucker tried to go off the glass. Could not find the bottom of the net there. Elliott to Alexander in the corner. Lim spins. Oh, what a move! Spins on a dime and knocks it down. Genuine Lim. 21-18 back inside the Changhua County Stadium. Dreamers caught off guard by that quick scoring spree by the Slingers.
Yeah, it's a balanced attack for both teams so far. Earlier, Tianlei was pictured on your screen. Their Dreamers are definitely missing him today.
Put back down, Tolbert.
And that's what happens when you attack. You might not get the first one to go, but when you get that ball up near the rim, good things can happen. And Tolbert doing a great job just cleaning up the glass so far here today for the Dreamers.
Elliott counters with a three. Back and forth we go. And just as you said, Kirk, the offense has picked up here in the second quarter after that sort of slow first quarter.
Yeah, definitely. I do still think, though, the Slingers are sort of controlling more of the tempo. They're using more physicality on defense and just doing a lot of good things to disrupt the flow of this Dreamers offense.
Young, rebound, jumper, swish. Elliott was upset with himself. He had that basketball, but instead it's Young with the basket. Slingers up against that 2-3 zone now. Cannot get the basketball to McLean. They go to the corner. Lim, too strong on that trade.
Yeah, and the Slingers don't want to get carried away. They are not the best outside shooting team in the league, but you definitely don't want to settle for those three-point shots only. Maybe try to get it worked inside to McLean. If he gets double teamed, hopefully McLean can kick it out or find the open cutter.
Elliott. Deflected by Alexander. Quick thought about the three. Decides to give it back to Elliott. And McLean asking for it against Tolbert. Double team, Alexander. Amongst the trees, McLean. The bang in the bucket, but no, the referee says it's a 3-second violation.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. You know, it was a cut by Alexander. He was in there, he bobbled the ball, McLean picked it up, but Alexander never left the lane. So I believe that's a good call. As we see the replay here, Alexander just sitting there under the basket. So tough call, seems quick, but the official had his eye on it. And they keep that arm moving, they count that out physically. So Anthony Tucker getting a rest. John Young doing some of the dribbling assignments.
Yang too strong on his attempt. Jet Chan really loses the basketball. Amigo, banker is good.
Yeah, lots of contact on that drive. Amigo Yang able to hold his balance and kiss it off the glass. And that's what they need. They need those guys to continue to attack, you know. Amigo Yang, Jet Chang, these guys can be a great spark plug for the Dreamers offense.
Tolbert saves it, but the ball goes out of bounds. Delvingo will check back into the ball game, and he will replace Biggie. .14 on the shot clock. Elliott against Woo Sung Wei. Still no go. So no Anthony McLean, but the Dreamers are sticking with that zone. Young spins in the lane. Too strong on his attempt. Tolbert. No. That time's good.
And that's what's fun. Tolbert, John Young, they don't do it with size and strength, but you know, they just have that length and they have the quickest jump that I have seen in a long, long time of watching basketball.
But Elliott douses that Formosa mini run with a three-pointer. Talking about the Dreamers, they rebound as a whole. They don't really have an imposing big man, but to your point, they gang rebound.
Yeah, you're right. And normally they don't make too many mistakes like that either. But Jerron Young showing us he's human too and does make mistakes and dribbles that one right off his foot, I believe, out of bounds, and will be Slingers' ball.
Tai Ding Loon checks in. Leon Quick takes a seat. So does Jaron Young. A crowd favorite, Wang Po-chi.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten many minutes this season, but hometown favorite. This crowd would remember watching him play high school and younger years. He still is young, has a big strong body, but still young.
There he is with a rebound.
Making an impact right away.
Here's Jet Chan. Elliott stumbles onto the floor. Now nice bounce back. And Wang finishes the play.
Wow,
nice connection there.
A rebound right away on the defensive side and a nice feed by Jet Chang. Fixes him for his first points.
Elliott draws the foul against, I believe, Yang. So there you see on your screens, Wang Po-chi, a rebound, and then finishes this beautiful play off a pass from Jet Chan. Desmond O was just about to check in, but he will have to do so on the next set ball. Delvin go. He has been trying to get that shot in, but that time finally gets it to go.
Yeah, Delvin just can score in so many ways, can stroke it from deep like we talked about, but that time just using, great upper body strength and focus, off balance, everything, leaning away from the basket, yet gets it right off the glass. And I believe that was a warning call, delay a game by Alexander, so that will be their first warning for the Slingers.
Yeah. Wang. He gains control. Wusong Wei, bottom.
That's what Wusong Wei does. They love it. They get up there on their feet here in Changhua County. They love to see that first shot go in for Wusong Wei because they know that's normally a sign of good things to come for the Dreamers.
So the locals are doing wonders here for Formosa. Delvin goes, spins his way inside and draws the foul. So looking at the lineups from both teams, these are some of the top locals right now battling it out.
Yeah, definitely. You got great shooters out there. Delvin showing us he can put the ball on the floor. Just lots of depth on these two teams in terms of talent, and they don't just rely, neither team, on just their import players, but they both get consistent numbers from their home players and their bench players. So that's what makes these two teams, the Dreamers, coming off a year where they finished first in the regular season last year, and the Slingers, who have always been a playoff team and have made deep playoff runs. It's important to have a team that is balanced and a team that has players with the mindset that they might not be playing the most vital role, but when they're in there, they have the confidence to help their team get wins.
Delvin Go, this is 8th season in the ABL.
Tucker's the guy that can change this low-scoring game around, in the blink of an eye once he gets a couple going.
Oh, Wang draws the foul against Alexander, much to the dismay of the X-Man.
Yeah, Alexander had his hands up high, getting in the passing lane, but just a little hold there. I believe that's the right call. Before he jumped and tapped the ball, you saw there that Alexander was restricting Wang from cutting to the basket. So dangerous pass by Jaron Young, but good catch by the officials.
That'll be the first foul on Alexander. Bit of a discussion on the sideline. Sobert will check in for Wang.
Yeah, McLean checks in, and Tolbert follows right after. But you can see, you know, Tolbert's out by the three-point line. McLean's still inside the lane, so they give him a lot of space to work.
Tolbert went up hard, and the foul was called against McLean. And McLean is protesting. The inside referee was there, but did not make the call. It was the outside referee.
And that's just a one on McLean, so Tolbert with a little smile.
Yes.
But definitely that was a strong move. You saw Tolbert, you know, stay low, try to get into the body of McLean, and use that quickness to his advantage, yet can't capitalize with the free throw. This is just still a one-point ball game.
Tolbert, as well as Anthony Chucker, coming off forgettable performances against the Taipei Fubon Braves. You bet that both of them are raring to get this win for the home team.
Just combined, they were 7 out of 21, so 33% from two of your imports isn't going to get the job done. But on the other side, Elliott just continuing to stay hot for the Slingers and getting out of his shooting slump, because even though Elliott had 17 points last game, it was not with the highest percentage.
So Elliott, a more active, more engaged Marcus Elliott, will he finally have a huge game for the Slingers. Elliott uses two screens to the corner. They go. Alexander. Oh, nice defense by Jed Chang. McLean though picks up the basketball and lays it up and in.
Yeah, even on the offensive end, Slingers showing us they're able to use their strength to their advantage. They're being physical, but that time just a little bit too much as Alexander picks up just another foul, and he might have to take a break for the rest of the quarter if the Slingers want to be conservative with him.
For the Slingers, Alexander, that's got to be his second, I believe.
Yeah, so if you're Jerron Young, you got 2 minutes, 12 seconds left. If you can get Alexander with his third foul before the second half, that would make Alexander have to play with a lot less aggressiveness driving towards the basket and, just playing one-on-one defense.
Young goes 2 for 2.
Jerron Young coming off his season high of 25 points, or tied for it. And he doesn't just score the basketball. He gets those steals, chase down blocks. He can rebound, give you assists. Jerron Young just one of those guys that can do it all around.
Elliott, bullseye. Talked about him before the game. Will he regain his touch? Looks like he has. Elliott picks up the basketball. He's up and running. Alexander, he'll try a three. Switches it through. Back-to-back triples for Singapore Slingers.
Yeah, and just like that, it's a 7-point ball game. Elliott showing us what he can do with his handles and creating space for his own jump shot and creating open opportunities on that last possession for Alexander to get his tray to fall down.
Elliott on the move again. There's a hop in the step of the Slingers, but right there, an offensive foul, an illegal screen is called. Going back to Marcus Elliott, he had 17 points, but as we have been mentioning, 7 out of 25 from the field, including 3 of 9 from deep. Right now, he's up to 16 points, 3 of 3 from downtown.
Yeah, he's hasn't missed from deep. A lot of those threes coming off the dribble too, so it's hard with a guy like that. It's not like you can change much of your game plan. You just got to try to guard him a little tighter.
Tucker gets the short jumper to fall.
Yeah, that's the wisdom that Anthony Tucker has, former MVP as well. Struggled with the three-point shot so far, but just takes 1 or 2 dribbles closer, gets a little bit easier shot, and hopefully that will get his confidence going to find his stroke as well.
Elliott. Nowhere to go. Ball will stay with Singapore with 3.9 on the shot clock, 27.1 in the game clock.
done. The Dreamers have been very active on the boards. Guys getting touches, taps out, offensive rebounds for putbacks. And the Slingers, so that's a positive for the Dreamers. Positive for the Slingers is they're shooting the ball great. And it's the Dreamers who only have 2 3-point shots made, and the Slingers have been the much more efficient outside shooting team. But I think they have this 5-point lead mainly because they've been the more physical team, and they've just dictated a lot of the tempo of this game.
Anthony McLean against the trees of the Dreamers draws a foul.
Yeah, they had 3 guys around him. I'm not sure which one exactly got him first, but just a good clear out by McLean, just using his body, creating that space. Getting the entry pass was on time, so definitely a play that Coach Neo talked about at halftime and wanted to start with to be intentional to get McLean the ball down there deep under the basket.
Marcus Elliott has been the man of the moment for Singapore. 16 points, 6 of 9 from the field, including 3 of 3 from downtown.
I mean, obviously, we know he's former MVP, capable of doing that. We haven't seen it at a consistent level this season yet, but it's still early. This is just their 4th game, so you can tell Elliott had probably his best half of basketball for this 10th year of the ABL season so far, and he'd like to keep it going in this second half.
The top performer for the Dreamers, Jaron Young, with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And here he is with the basketball against Alexander. Trying to use that pick from Tolbert. Step back, Jimmy. Doesn't go, rebound McLean. Elliott waits for his teammates. Mismatch underneath. They don't go to Delvin Go. Go to the other side against McLean. McLean misses the gimme. Elliott fires. Too strong. His first miss from downtown. And here comes Jet Chang running. Young all the way for the two-handed jam.
If there's a space, open space in front of Young, you know he's going to take off. And great job by Jet Chang to make that key pass while moving at his full speed. And just a little glimpse of how fast this team can be when they get those rebounds and they are all focused in running the court.
Delvin Go hesitated and misses the jumper. Rebound Tolbert. Young attacking. Stopping, and swishing.
And that's what Coach Kyle wants to see from his Dreamers team. Don't just run off of a turnover or a long rebound. Even on any opportunity, push the pace. Try to get shots up before the Slingers can really set up that physical defensive half-court set.
And the Dreamers are within 2, 43 to 45. Alexander, jumper, rebound, goal, and he gets the putback.
That's tough. I mean, Tolbert was helping out on Alexander, you know, left his middle spot in that defense where he corrals those rebounds, but that weak side of the defense, you know, has to rotate over and help gobble up that rebound.
Tucker takes a 3. Too strong. Rebound Elliott.
This crowd has seen Tucker have so many big performances in the Dreamers uniform. On the other side, you know, they're not used to seeing Tucker have so many consecutive misses. They're on their seats. They want to see him go through one of those stretches that he's had already this season, hitting 3 or 4 threes in a row, as we see a nice baseline drive by Delvin, who's always in attack mode.
Tenacious spin move there against a much smaller Anthony Tucker. Delvin Go had 6 points, 1 rebound in the first half. He is averaging close to a double-double with 9.3 points and 9.6 rebounds. His 8th season with the Slingers. Tucker. They go to Amigo. Still can't find the bottom of the net.
Yeah, it's just tough. Tucker struggling outside and great for his teammates, but it's really the other side. Quek, who had 18 points last game, continues to stay hot for the Slingers.
Quek has regained his shooting touch, knocks down that triple. And a foul is called on Delvin Go, as the Dreamers are trying to go into Tolbert.
And those are just two guys. I mean, Amigo Yang off the pick and roll. I know he's capable of doing some things there. You know, Tolbert 101 on the post. Those aren't your typical guys creating the offense. You know, great role players can do a lot of great things, but relying on them to create all the offense is rare for them.
Oh, nice bounce pass inside Young, but the ball is picked up by Elliott. Slingers joining. Bounce pass by Elliott, picked off by Young. Young all the way forward, but he misses the layup, slicing his way inside. I thought he would go all the way for the deuce, but he draws a foul.
Yeah, he wound it back, wanted to take off, but Elliott able to get him across the body, and smart foul by Elliott, going for the ball. Definitely some hard contact, but you want to be physical in that scenario so that you don't give up a basket and a free throw.
Things can turn here quickly in favor of the Formosa Dreamers, as Elliott, his foul has been upgraded into a flagrant foul, much to Elliott's dismay. And you see the replay there. Young was crashing into the lane.
Yeah, it's hard when guys are going full speed like that. Elliott knew he needed a lot of contact to make sure Young did not get the foul and the basket. So, you know, you want to be physical, yet you have to really make it look like you are going after the ball. And that time, the officials just took a look at that and said, hey, he's trying to be extra physical to stop a layup, not necessarily going for the ball. So that's why they reviewed it. That's what they came up with. Not an easy call. And unfortunately for the Dreamers, Young misses both free throws, so it's as if it didn't even really happen, except for Elliott has another foul to his tally.
Tucker to Yang, thought about it, drives inside against Delvin Go, gets the hoop and the harm. That time it's good for Amigo Yang.
Yeah, and I like the matchup there for Delvin Go and Amigo Yang. You know, both have some height, some strength, and just great footwork for both of them. You know, we saw Amigo Yang's buzzer beater at the end of the first half, just with the up and under move, the scoop shot. Delvin Go, we know, can be crafty off the dribble, so you know, that's a fun matchup of local players going toe-to-toe with each other.
Still sticking with that zone, talking about the Dreamers. Alexander Elliott catching it. Misses, rebound, battle for the loose ball, and against the Dreamers rather.
I believe that was Jet Chang with the push-off, if I'm not correct. So good job by Delvin Go to be in there, working hard for that board, giving his team another chance at some points.
6 minutes to play in the third. McLean, easy bucket underneath.
Yeah, just a nice inbound play. Screen in the middle of the lane against the zone to get McLean the pass at the block, and once he gets it there, it's easy to stop.
Yeah, amigo, his three-point shot has not been there today. He is 1 for 6 from downtown. Alexander far away. Great defense by Young. On the counter, Young. And he will go to the free throw line. Kwek is confused where the foul was called. Here's that replay. Right across his face.
Yeah, good job by Kwek again to not allow an easy layup, and nothing's been easy for the Dreamers today. Even when they have a fast break opportunity, look like they might get a layup. You know, the Slingers really making sure that they have to earn every single point that they get today. And when you're missing free throws, it's hard to mount any type of comeback.
You gotta appreciate the aggressiveness of Yang. His three-point shot has not been there the whole afternoon, but he has been relentless in attacking the basketball.
Yeah, they need him to be aggressive out there, especially, you know, Elliott, Alexander playing such tough defense on Young and Tucker, the main guys that run that offense and create those opportunities for a shot. So he stepped up very well.
Kwek nowhere to go, hounded by Chang. Alexander sees an opening, lays it up and in. Jet Chang on the move. Jet Chang, wild shot off the bank. It's good. So there's that base, yeah.
Yeah, as his shoulder down, he's just frustrated and wants to get to the basket. And right now, both teams running and both teams getting in some foul trouble, as we have 4 fouls on each team with just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Xavier Alexander at the line, the 2018 to 29 season World Import most valuable player. Wishes the first.
Yeah, Alexander, you know, stepped out, made outside shot first today, and has gotten to the free throw line, scored under the basket. Just a strong body and good basketball IQ. Scores in a variety of ways. They'll need him to stay aggressive and keep chipping away. And they're up 7 right now. The Dreamers really got to start creating something.
And Young draws another foul on Elliott. And Elliott once again protesting his case to the referee, but the referee will not have it. Goes to the other end of the sideline.
Yeah, it's a lot of physical contact. I don't know when Young gets his body hit and ends up on the ground. You know, Elliott was moving well and had pretty good position, but it didn't seem like Elliott's hands were behind his head. There's just that much contact. You got to make a call of some kind. And the Dreamers could be chipping away at this lead, but Young with his third straight miss from the free throw line, and Amigo Yang had a couple of misses in there too, so they're not doing themselves any favors right now.
And finally knocks down another free throw. They go to Alexander, 4:30 to play in the third canto. Elliott trying to wiggle his way free against Young. Elliott goes up hard, battle for the rebound. Tucker comes up with it. Jet Chan goes up, wild shot, and picks up a foul.
Yeah, the refs doing their best to try to keep everyone composed. Both teams really being physical, want to pull away with a win today after starting the weekend with a loss. And Jet Chang here just heading to the basket. Seemed like pretty good defense by Kwek underneath the basket, trying to keep his hands up and jumping straight up, but a little bit of contact, and Jet Chang's at the line, yet the Dreamers continue to miss free throws.
Well, it seems that both teams are determined. Make or miss, they will push that lever and draw foul. A lot of free throws here in the third. They go to Elliott. Elliott, pull up, misses, gets his own miss. Alexander corrals it. Alexander goes up hard. Misses the layup. Another offensive board by the Slingers. Elliott under 10 on the shot clock. Grab and go with 5. Steal by Chang. Yeah, Chang, he will go up. Nope. Passes at the last second. Tucker is wide open. Swish!
That's what they've been waiting for here in Changhua County. It's just a 2-point ball game now, and
Anthony Tucker just knocked down a triple. He only had 3 points on 1 for 7 shooting in the first half. That's a good sign for Formosa.
yeah, definitely. And it's good that Jerron Young was able to, you know, read that and see him there in the corner. A lot of times you see a guy like Tucker struggling with shooting the ball, you know, maybe get him an easy look. And great defense there by Young, and outrunning the Dreamers again.
For 2. Up and running are the Formosa Dreamers. And the ball game is tied at 56 under 3 minutes to play in the third.
Yeah, Changhua County has woken up a little bit. This zone defense still working here. Tolbert battling McLean down inside, trying not to give an easy entry pass.
Ball is picked up by Jaron Young. Jet Chang, he goes to the corner. Back to Young. Young, triple, bottom.
And just like that, folks, it's a 3-point lead for the Dreamers. And I don't know, McLean trying to come down. He'd love the ball down under the basket, but so far the Dreamers are not allowing any easy passes to their big man in the middle.
The crowd is engaged. They are up and about. Their team is now up by 3. A beauty of a 3-pointer by Jaron Young.
Tien Lei likes what he sees. He can stroke that 3-ball too. That he's resting for his Dreamers team today.
Alexander tried to throw it down, and he was denied going up. On the counter, Tucker, open, triple!
That's what I'm talking about. Tucker was struggling, finding his own open shot, but when you got guys like Young and Amigo Yang who can find him when he's open, then that can definitely get his confidence going, and that's exactly what the Dreamers needed, as Tucker with 2 threes in the last minute for the Dreamers, who now all of a sudden have a 6-point lead.
It is a 3-point barrage by the Formosa Dreamers. Alexander goes hard again, and that time draws a foul. And he picks up his former teammate in the process too.
Yeah, Alexander didn't care who was in front of him that time. He was going to the basket. As we see the transition 3 by Tucker, and that's what you can get when you are committed to all 5 guys running the floor. Doesn't matter who gets the rebounds. If you don't get the rebound, take off, go spot up where you can knock down a shot, and that's exactly what the Dreamers have been doing.
And of course, if you're Jaron Young or Jet Chang, when you push the ball, you have to look up and see who's on the corners, who's on the elbows, and they have done a really good job finding Tucker. And Tucker's 3-point shots have been wide open.
They have been. Unlike most of the 3-point shots he missed earlier in the game when pick and roll, hand in his face, or step back 3. But when he can see the basket clearly like that, it's his percentage, and it's going to be a lot more deadly.
Alexander, 13th point of the ball game. It puts the Slingers within 4. Jet Chan attacking again. Wild shot. Rebound McLean. Coming up on 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in what has been an action-packed 3rd quarter. Lim to goes much closer, and he picks up the foul.
Yeah, good job by Delvin Go to really use this pump fake right here. Quick dribble, get some contact from Jet Chang, and get to the free throw line. Try to dwindle this lead back to 2 points if he can make both of them.
This is good for the Slingers. As the Dreamers are knocking down the threes, getting the crowd involved, they need to silence the crowd, slow down the pace, and play to their style.
Yes, definitely. And knocking down free throws is important too. Dreamers had a stretch there that really hurt themselves, missing 4 or 5 consecutive free throws at the line, but the Slingers have been much more consistent from the stripe.
2 for 2 for Delvin. 2-point game. Dreamers ahead under 1 minute to play. Here's Amigo Yang for Tolbert. 1-on-1 against McLean. Tolbert denied by McLean.
The free throws for Amigo Yang. We'll see if he can capitalize this team, as both teams will be in the penalty from now on. And definitely a good call, as J.Y. Lim had his forearms restricting Amigo Yang from trying to drive to the basket on that play.
Catches iron on the first. Yang has 13 points. 1 of 6 though from downtown. It has made up for it by attacking fearlessly. 4 rebounds, also 4 assists. And gets the second to drop. Coming up on 35 seconds remaining. High-low play. McLean passes his way inside. Put back by Gold. Misses. McLean corrals it. 12 on the shot clock. It's Alexander posted up against Tucker. Alexander, shot, up, no. Tucker, rebound. Tucker against Lim. Tucker, step back, Jay, misses.
I was about to say, this seems too easy for Tucker, but unable to get it to fall. Just got to go back to making those outside shots. I mean, it's going to be a question. Both teams have a lot of will, desire, grabbing rebounds, doing all the simple things. It's just the difference has been when teams get hot, they get the lead. And so who's going to step up and hit those clutch and crucial shots here in the fourth quarter?
Alexander misses, rebound, Chang.
That's a great play by Tolbert. Even though he couldn't corral the rebound, just getting the tip out to the teammate, stopping McLaren from getting the offensive rebound.
And Jet Chang, high arcing shot, knocks it down. And just like that, the Dreamers are up by 7 in a blink of an eye. Slingers need a basket. Where do they go? 8 on the shot clock. Delvin go. Now with 5, Tucker looks up on the clock. Tucker pulls up, swishes his first bucket since the first half.
Yeah, it's big for him to see it go back. He's going to have to be aggressive here in the last 9 minutes. He was a big reason they had the hot start and the lead for the whole first half. They need him to stay, to keep that mindset here in the last quarter.
Elliott had 16 points in the first half. Delvin goal. What a beauty, spin move and the layup.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who he sees in front of him. He's go, all confidence. And Delvin just showing us an array of moves. He really likes that spin move though. It's been one of his favorites.
Tucker, bottom. Anthony Tucker has come alive in the second half.
2 triples in the third quarter, 1 here to start the fourth, and the Dreamers love what they see.
Alexander short on his attempt. Tucker all alone. Oh! An alley-oop. Tucker to Young. And the throwdown.
Showtime, folks. If Tucker just knows, he just has to loft it up there, and Young knows what to do with it. One of the best finishers in the league around the basket, and that's great chemistry and IQ for Tucker to just know that Young's going to be there after giving him the outlet pass. Young was disciplined enough not to just say, oh, Tucker might lay it in, but to keep running the floor.
I was caught off guard. I thought Tucker lost control, but turned out to be a flip. So nice, we have to see it twice.
And the Slingers have seen plenty of that, as Young had several of those highlights as playing for the Singapore Slingers last year, so they knew it was coming.
8-point lead by the home team. Jordan Tolbert against McLean, denied from behind by Delvin Go. Great defense.
Yeah, Tolbert has tried to use his quickness to get to the basket, but when he does that jump stop and hop, it allows the defense to catch up, and he's been blocked a couple times at the rim.
Anthony Tucker is up to 12 points now and 5 assists, including that crazy alley-oop to Jaren Young. He has come alive in the second half. Tolbert, step back, game. This is rebound though by Yam. And the Dreamers will reset. Tucker uses the pick to Tolbert. Another alley-oop. Another connection. Tucker this time to Tolbert.
Yeah, he has his hands all over the game. If Tucker's not shooting it himself, he knows how to set up his teammates, get them in the right spot. Tolbert with a good roll. McLaren stuck in the middle, and Dreamers now with their biggest lead of the game.
Fourth quarter start by the Dreamers have built them a 10-point lead against the Slingers. And if you're Singapore, you have to be wary. In their last game, last night actually, they surrendered an 11-0 run at the start of the fourth against the Taipei Fubon Braves. And that ultimately just cost them the game.
Yeah, it's a game of streaks, and the
Tucker.
Dreamers have been on that streak.
Put back by Tolbert.
And it's really been the defense of the Dreamers that has come alive, and when you get stops, it makes offense flow a lot easier as they're able to get out in transition, which they love to do. So this zone has really bothered the Slingers and really contained McLean from the output that he had in the first half.
Delvin Go, nowhere to go. Tucker picks it up. And it's now a 12-point lead, enjoyed by the home team. Tucker versus Go, one-on-one. Tucker dancing. Pull up. Swish.
He's taking his time, setting up his shot. Doesn't always rely on those one-on-one moves. He's great at working with his teammates, but he has that ability to take over any mismatch at any time.
Lim. Misses. Rebound to Yang. And the shots now betraying the Singapore Slingers. They've only scored 4 points in the fourth. Another beautiful feed. Tucker to Tolbert, and Tolbert with the two-handed throwdown.
Yeah, pick your poison that time. The post player comes out, stop the three-pointer by Tucker. When you do that, you got Tolbert diving to the lane, and great job by Tucker to find him.
Delvingo ends that cold streak by the Slingers.
And that's what I love about Delvingo, his just heart, his ability to just keep fighting, winning those one-on-one matchups, scoring in the paint. He's had a lot of toughness here in both halves of this game.
Tucker. No call. He believed he got bumped, but it's now Elliott's turn. Elliott spins his way. Strong move. Finishes it up and in.
Yeah, you got to keep playing if you're the Dreamers. 4:30 left is a lot of time, especially when you got guys like Elliott that are going to continue to attack on the other side.
Jet Chang draws the foul against Lim. And to your point, you're right, you can't be complacent even though you were up by 16. This Singapore team can't get back in a hurry.
We'll see if this smaller lineup for the Slingers will be effective. The Slingers were just unable to feed McLean in the post, and he has been really, he's battled hard on the boards, but he just has not been able to have any impact on the offensive end besides the offensive rebounds that he gets for himself. The zone, the weak side help, the fronting him in the post by the Dreamers has been a great tactic used by Coach Kyle Julius and the Dreamers.
So the zone has been the kryptonite for Anthony McLean. He's sitting on the bench right now. Quick bounce pass and a kick ball. Elliott nowhere to go. Turnover. Miscommunication by Lim and Elliott. So
yeah,
once again, it's a defense.
Yeah, and it just looked like he took his eye off the ball a little bit too soon on that one, but it has been tough for the Slingers to have open driving lanes. Seems like Elliott, off a pick and roll, he's always double teamed, and the Dreamers have just rotated their defense so well here in the second half.
It's Tolbert against goal. Tolbert, put back, no. Great defense by Delvingo. 3:40 to play, Elliott. Jumper, swish. Marcus Elliott has been quiet in the second half. Will he turn it up in the final 3:30?
Yeah, he just needs just a little bit of a window to get that shot off. And the Dreamers haven't allowed that much, but that time able to make them pay.
Elliott is up to 20 points, but only 4 so far in the second half. Tucker, rebound. Go to the Dreamers. Tolbert all alone for the throwdown.
And winning that battle on the offensive rebounds today has been a big help for the Dreamers. When they were shooting poorly, when they were missing free throws, their ability to control the board is what kept them in this game, and then it's now what's helping them with this 14-point lead.
And we talked about this weekend. We thought that the Slingers would control the board, but it's a 43-30 rebounding advantage for the Formosa.
Right.
Yeah, Chan. Here's Alexander running. Fouled by Tucker. 2:30 to play. Anthony McLean will check in. You can bet that Dreamers will go again with that zone. Or will they stay man-to-man? McLean inside, one-hander.
There it is, and that's just composure and a good pass. McLean, even against the zone, he can still be effective. You just have to move the basketball, and then those passes have to be timed. And that pass was at the right moment, which allowed McLean to be effective down low.
And a push by Sabre Alexander. Here's that replay. Biggie.
Yeah, Queck puts the ball on the floor, draws some of the defense attention, and once that attention is on you, then your big man in the middle has a one-on-one matchup, and he's going to win those matchups when McLean is under the basket.
Get Chang, alley-oop! Tolbert wanted to throw it down, but misses there. Delvin Go finishes the play off a beautiful feed from Elliott. Well, look now, 10-point game. Under 2 minutes to play. Can the Slingers pull off a comeback? Or will the Dreamers snap their 2-game losing streak? Tucker uses a pick from Tolbert. Tucker one-on-one against McLean. Tucker outside shot. Misses. Delvin Go rebound. Stolen by Yang. Yang denied by Go. But the refs say that is a goaltend.
And that's a big play. I mean, 10-point game. Slingers just get a stop. Trying to push, get it back down to single digits, and Amigo Yang with the heads-up play. Nice steal, left-handed layup. Touches the backboard first, so the block was plenty high above the rim. A nice attempt by Delvin Go, but once it hits the glass, that's going to be goaltending if you touch it after that.
Elliott against Young. Young called for a foul. 1:11 to play. Still possible for the Stingers, but they need to hit their shots right now.
Yeah, that's 4 on Jerron Young, so he'll want to have to be careful. But it's not a time to go for quick twos anymore. The Slingers need the 3-point shot, and they got to take it quickly.
Elliott goes hard, draws the foul on Young.
And that will be 5 for Jerron Young. He thought he was just standing there, but the Dreamers will have to go without one of their star players for the last 63 seconds of this game.
And Jerron Young checks out with 21 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals against his former squad.
Yeah, he's one of those guys always leaves it out there on the court. You know what you're going to get from Jerron Young. It's hustle, it's rebounds, assists, steals, points. He can do it all for the Dreamers, and he's a big reason they're up by 12 points right now.
Tucker, though, misses the first free throw. Marcus Elliott. It is an 11-point game with a minute remaining. Pressure from Singapore. And a whistle is blown as Delvin Go and Leon Quick were trying to trap Amigo Yang.
Yeah, we'll see if Coach Nia wants to foul here and try to get the ball back by putting him on the line, or if he'll have some traps in store. 11 points has been done before. It's not easy, but you got to try to get some quick steals.
Here's Yan. The check. Good shot. Could not find the bottom of the net. Elliott to go. Denied from behind by Tolbert. Delvin Go didn't know what hit him. Jordan Tolbert with a rejection.
Yeah, great recognition. Tolbert started to sneak down there knowing that Delvin Go uses a variety of fakes and pivots. He had time to sneak in there.
playing against 3 people. Ball will stay with the Singapore Slingers with under 30 seconds remaining. And time is not on the side of the Slingers with them staring at an 11-point game.
Been a good crowd. They've been treated today. First half did not seem very bright for the Dreamers. They seemed a little bit rusty coming off a loss to the Fubon Braves, but they have been a different team in the second half. It's been largely due to their defense that's created to this offense explosion.
Alexander goes hard and in. Asking for the and one. Refs don't give it to him.
Even though they split this weekend, they had a tough loss to the Braves. I think this is a great way for them to end their weekend before they go on the road and play several games away from their home crowd. And, you know, I think they're one of those teams that's going up. This will jump them up in the standings, you know, above Singapore Slingers, who now are 1 win, 3 losses. So percentage-wise, that will bump them up. And the Dreamers will have some tough tests on the road, but I think they'll be up for the challenge. Meanwhile, the Singapore Slingers, back-to-back losses here in Taiwan. They got to go back to the drawing book and continue to build. And that just changed their mindset of the game to get better shots, and shots started to fall. And you know, the Dreamers, when they can shoot the ball well, they do a pretty good job doing it.
And the Formosa Dreamers rise to 3 and 5, snapping their.
提醒我们自家的球员。
Back-to-back triples for Mono Vampire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lai. Oh, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net.
Leaky with a big steal. Leaky for 3. That goes in. What a
This broadcast of the ASEAN Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.